Hello and welcome to the Congo Hour. We want to thank you so much for listening, for watching. Tonight we have 3 interviews. Wayne, you want to let the audience know who's coming
Of
on?
course, yes. Our first guest is actually, he was born and raised here, and he and his beautiful wife now reside in Seattle, Washington, and that is Gary and Deborah Boone. They're going to be coming on to talk about an event that's going to be taking place in Chester, Pennsylvania. We have one of my favorite pastors, Pastor Mamie Gamble, along with Pastor Derek Green from New Destiny, to talk about an event that they have coming up, and as well as our friend and our buddy, Councilman Jay Street.
All right.
And then you have something good.
Yeah, well, are you going to stick
Yeah,
around for that?
I mean, I don't. You said
Yeah.
I am interviewing, I am doing this, I am doing
Just
that.
before this, we were, I guess, fighting, and then I tried to let it all end as soon as
Let it in or out.
let the fighting end.
Oh,
as soon
he
as,
ended.
Right, as soon as the camera started rolling, which
Well,
you
I
want to
don't
bring
want
right
to
back
perpetrate.
up. Okay, we can fight if you want to fight, but I'm always going to win.
No, you won't.
I always
No,
have.
you might will.
Yes, I always
That's
have.
not true.
I always have, but
But we're not
yeah,
gonna
we're
go
gonna have
there.
we're gonna have a continuation of the Congo Hour from the probably from around. We're gonna try to finish around quarter of and go to around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
We have City Council President Theodore Gregory
Yes.
and Wilmington Fire Chief Anthony Good.
That's gonna be a
yeah,
great-
it is. I can't wait. They both agreed to come down and just give us some information
You
about
need me here to man the phone for you?
just to be a part of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Maybe. I'll see. We'll see.
Whatever.
We'll see. They're going to come and just talk about some things that have been going on with City Council and its efforts to reduce the budget.
Mm-hmm.
And the fire department is kind of first on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already been a vote, and people probably already know.
But some people don't know,
That's
but we
true.
could talk. You wanna
Yeah, we'll
talk about
we'll
it
talk
later?
about it later.
But before we do, I want to
definitely stay
commend you
tuned.
because you said on Facebook that both of them are looking for the best interests of women.
Yeah, they are. I believe they are. So I'm looking forward just to get information from both of them. So that's going to take place from around 8:45 up until 10 o'clock. We're going to take calls. People have been texting me questions that they want me to ask. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so no
Should be.
Sammy's Corner.
He's coming, matter of
he's
fact,
gonna
but he's
come?
going to be a part of that interview
Oh,
also.
okay,
So
great.
yeah, that
Okay.
brings a lot to it as
All
well.
right.
So.
Okay.
And then as always, we're going to have, before we go into the second part, we'll have our community news. We'll have our funeral announcements and some birthday celebrations. I think
Okay.
didn't you get the text about?
I
Were you
did.
able to print the picture?
No.
No, I didn't.
But
think,
maybe
I didn't
we
think you
can-
did. But
Did you
it's-
print the picture?
Yes, I
Because it was
did.
to both of
Yes,
us.
I did.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
You gonna
we're
leave me hanging?
Yeah. So we're gonna go
Okay.
right into our first interview. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I know they come all the way
Like-
from Seattle to
Like-
go through all of this that
let's
we
step
going
into,
through. Really, like, welcome to the Congo Hour.
Thank you so much.
So y'all are really here for y'all. You came for a
family
reunion.
reunion, uh-huh.
Okay, how was that?
It was wonderful and exhausting as they can be,
Okay.
but just had a blessed time with family, and so we are uplifted and charged when you get around your family. We had about 100 people come.
Okay.
From our family comes from North Carolina, Georgia. We have some family members in Florida, of course, Delaware and Pennsylvania. So it was
Okay.
wonderful. Yes.
All right. But we're here to talk about a great event that you have coming up.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. Well, at any rate, we had an unfortunate situation happen last year about this time of year. It was on August the 15th, 2013. My father was struck by a car riding his bike, and Dad has always been kept himself in great shape. He's 77 years old. He's riding his bike, so that says quite a bit. And so, at any rate, it was a hit and run. Dad lives in Chester, Pennsylvania, and so our family has resided there for probably about 70 years. And so, at any rate, one of the things that I observed, it was quite traumatic. Dad did sustain brain injury and that kind of thing. So in the initial onset of the injury, let's see, I was in the area for about 7 weeks. And so I did some observation. And one of the things I observed is our community not wearing helmets. Dad wasn't wearing a helmet. And so one of the things that happens in the Northwest is about 20 years ago, someone did the due diligence in terms of making sure that the helmet laws were covered by all segments of society, not just youth or young people. So as I understand, in the state of Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, the helmet laws cover ages 16, 17 and below, and not adults. And so at any rate, state of Washington covers adults. We would like to pass those kinds of blessings on to our community, our brothers and sisters here. We can do better. And so at any rate, to stimulate that opportunity, see, when God makes a blessing with regard to the recovery of Dad, my family prayed for a full recovery. So Dad is coming. And so part of the blessing was to extend blessings to others through his experience. And so the gift of the helmet, as well as the bike ride in terms of the awareness, having some fun with it in our communities, that kind of thing, is what's coming up. So August the 9th, from, 9 o'clock at the Martin Luther King bus in Chester at Memorial Park, from 9 a.m. to 12. We'll be strapped up with helmets and riding through the city of Chester. So I wanted to invite our family here from Delaware and Wilmington, as well as our friends and family from New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And so come, support. We're going to do this every year until we make some change, some difference.
That's good. So it's going to start at, do you want people to register, or you just want people to show up? How are you going to go about that?
There has been some pre-registration. One of the things that we've been doing is organizing ride teams. And so ride teams have been organized from various churches in the area, just various networks. I happen to be a Kappa man, Kappa Alpha Psi, so there is a Kappa ride team being organized. My sister is a Delta Sigma Theta, and so they're organizing a ride team, etc. And so the idea is through our various networks to do that. I graduated from Wilmington High School, so I think a few members of our graduating class are organizing teams, that kind of thing.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Deborah, what part are you playing in all of this?
Oh man, I would just tell you that just being by his side and supporting the effort, and just making sure that my network as well is involved. We have Spelman and alumni as well as Morehouse alumni participating as well. Yeah.
Very good. You gonna participate?
Yeah,
Do you wear a helmet?
I don't, and I was just sitting here
Okay.
listening to the story.
Praise
And,
God.
I guess I'm so guilty that I don't even make my son wear a helmet. I just bought Max a 4-wheeler.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and I was trying to teach him how to ride it, and I didn't even have him wearing a helmet. And I just kind of brought to light how serious, how fast things can happen.
Yes.
And we just kind of take it for granted that we don't need helmets. An accident's not going to happen. But
Right.
I have to commend you for leading this effort,
Thank you.
because it makes a difference.
It does. Bad things happen to good people.
Yeah.
My dad is a phenomenal person in his community, always has been, and so just does very nice things for people, And so at any rate, we plan to donate 100 helmets a year. There are several wonderful organizations that are participating. One outfit in Tacoma, Washington is called Helmets Are Us. And so they support efforts like this, as well as an organization called Nutcase. And so they're a manufacturer of helmets, that kind of thing. So looking forward to just having fun too in the community, because opportunities like this, usually when we come home, it's usually enough time to just see family and close friends. And not extended opportunities like this to sort of extend ourselves to the community. So,
And it also has a connection too with a organization called Major Taylor.
Oh, yes,
And it's
yes,
the Major
yes,
Taylor riding group that have chapters around the country.
Yes.
And one of the organizations that Gary and I are part of, we support that writing team called the Rainier Writers in the Seattle and Tacoma area. So there is a connection here that will actually have that a part of the effort as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The organization local here is the Philadelphia Biking Blazers. So they will be in the house for the ride, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Just seeing our people, first of all, do something healthy, and then those that are avid cyclists, that kind of thing, they're coming out and supporting the effort. So the number is really inconsequential. It's the cause, and then we're because we can always grow this thing in terms of whatever God wants it really to be. So.
You want to give us a recap of the event again?
Yes, it's called Temporary Setback for Major Comeback bike ride in Chester, Pennsylvania, August the 9th from 9 to 12 noon. Those that are interested in biking should meet at the Martin Luther King bus. There'll be plenty of time for registration at the event, so you can come a little early and then get started with the bike ride. It'll conclude, there'll be some information about cycling, health and wellness, and then of course proper fitting of helmets and the like.
For those that live in Wilmington and
Yes.
is not sure where the Martin Luther King bus is,
Okay.
which street is it on?
Yes, it's it's on Ingle Street.
Okay.
Yes, and I want to say second and 7th. Thank you, 7th and Ingle.
Okay.
And so there we have it.
Okay,
yes.
great. You're welcome. All right.
All right. Well, thank you, and welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
good to see you.
Thank you so much, brother.
All right. And we'll take a quick break, or are we going
We're
straight
gonna
to
go
our-
straight over to Studio B.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go.
Because Pastor Mamie, I mean, this is,
This is what she
Yeah, this
does.
is what she does. So we don't. So we're gonna go right over to Studio B to Pastor Mamie.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to just, first of all, thank the Congo Hour for allowing us to come for these few moments to share with you what's about to happen in our city. We're having a 15-day tent revival. It's called Christmas Under the Tent. You're not going to want to miss it. And I'm going to introduce Pastor Green, who is on board with us at New Destiny, and he's going to share with us some of the things that will be happening under the tent, what will be going on. You might want to get a pen and pencil, and if you miss it, he's going to give you a number that you can call for more information. Pastor Green?
Thank you so much, Pastor Gamble. Thank you for having us here tonight on the Congo Hour. Our tent revival is going to be Christmas Under the Tent in August. So we're looking to have a wonderful time on this particular event these next 2 weeks. Some of the items that we're going to be highlighting is going to be a night of peace. We've been hearing so much talk on the internet and on Facebook and on social media concerning how much crime and murder has been going on. And one thing that we want to invite the community and everybody, regardless of your religious background, to your faith background, we want to invite you out for a night of peace where everybody drops everything to say we want to get along, we want to love together. It's going to be an opportunity for those parents who have lost some loved ones, family members that have lost loved ones, children that have passed on. We want to give an opportunity to honor them, to have a memorial for them. And then we want to talk about a movie night we're going to have. We're going to have a talent night. We're going to have a night of faith and healing. So bring all of the people in your family who are sick, who are not feeling well. We want to be able to pray with them. And we're going to have our vacation Bible school where the children are going to be able to be fed. They're going to learn some great things about the Word of God, and it's going to be an awesome time. You can reach us at 302-762-5600. That is 302-762-5600. You can reach us on the internet at www.newdestinyfellowship.org, and you also can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at NDF New Normal.
Well, Pastor Green, you left out the most important thing.
What's that?
On August the 16th, we're
Tell
going
us.
to have our 9 years of fantastic community, fantastic day. We're going to have a free book bag giveaway. We're going to have a Ferris wheel. We're going to have a lickety-split ride, a bull ride, moon bounce. We're going to have pony rides, fingerprinting, free food, a dunking machine. And what Pastor Green didn't say, that this is all free.
Yes, it
It
is.
won't cost you anything. If you you want your child to receive a free book bag, you must call 762-5600 and register your child. He also, we talked about this all the time in planning this, we're going to have a basketball tournament
Absolutely.
where the last 5 men standing will get $30 apiece.
Wow.
So if you want to be a part of that, you need to call 762-5600 and register. We also have the Showcase Talent, where there will be a $100 prize for the first prize, a $50 prize for the second prize, and $25 for the third prize. You're not going to want to miss Christmas under the tent. We will have some giveaways for you, for your children. We're going to have fitness. We're going to have the Zumba. We're going to have some facials. A nutritionist is coming from Westside Health, which is next door to us. And so we're going to just have a wonderful time. And what I love about it, it's all free. We have a prophet that's going to start us out on Sunday. I'm telling you, this prophet is so bad that he's able to tell you the last 4 digits of your credit card number and
Yes,
what bank
absolutely.
the credit card is from. And so you're not going to want to miss this event. Of course, Apostle Weeks, he just loves the people and all those in the community surrounding areas. It's on a first come, first served basis, and we want you to, if you want to be a part, we welcome you. And for the night of peace, Pastor Green, we're going to be releasing balloons in honor of all those that may have lost a loved one.
Absolutely.
So if you wish to have a balloon released, we're asking you to call again 762-5600. So as Bishop Weeks would say it, having you stayed away long enough, come on down and visit us. We want to see you. And remember, you must register. We're going back to Wayne. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all.
All right. Yeah, 'cause
Going back to Wayne, Pastor?
Sorry.
Not too late.
Sorry.
They can't even hear you right
they
now.
went, no, they
No,
went back to you.
You know, I'm really, if you were down here, you would see. So they're going to work it out. So, don't work. That's how it happens down here. They'll be okay. And we're going back to Trippy.
Now, wait a minute. I have to say this.
boy.
Pastor Mamie makes the absolute best, hands down, turkey salad or chicken salad?
Turkey.
Turkey salad. Trippy.
Oh, okay.
It will make you want to slap Miss C and your daddy. It's that good. So
right.
I'll be having my bowl tomorrow, and maybe I'll bring you
I'm gonna bring it back to you
spoonful.
tonight, Wayne.
Oh, she gonna bring it back tonight?
Yes.
God, it's so
Why do we
good.
keep going over to her?
I don't know why we keep going back over
You're
there.
going to go back to Wayne. You're going to bring Wayne back to the sandwich.
Jealousy is something.
Yes, it is. I'll admit it. Okay.
Thank you, boss.
All right. But Trippy,
All right.
as we promised, we said we were going to bring our next guest frequently because of the knowledge that he has on whatever topic it is that we discuss.
That's true.
We need to get like him, your dad, and some other folks at
Just
a
have, like,
round table discussion. Yeah, but
because all of them just bring it. They
yeah,
don't
do.
sugarcoat
Right.
anything. Yeah,
And
they
that's what I like about him,
Mhm.
Councilman Street. He don't care who it is. He does not discriminate. He brings it to you raw. So,
And
welcome
honest,
back to the show.
Let us agree to
never heard that.
disagree. I don't know anything about raw.
Right.
just honest. That's all, right?
Honest.
Honest. How about that? Yeah, that's raw.
Raw means uncut,
Yeah, it's definitely
unedited. Just
It's
it's
definitely
the
good.
truth.
All right,
Like you never heard that before. You never
Okay,
heard that before.
I'm not going to be the referee between you two tonight.
we agreeing this time,
Uh-huh.
Trippy and I.
Look like y'all bringing it to me.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are
Good.
y'all?
I'm
Happy to
wonderful.
be
Everything is
here.
good.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Good to be here.
Yeah,
So
thanks for coming
what's
back.
going on? Anything that you want to discuss?
Well,
Education.
education. I'm always concerned about education. I'm concerned to the point now where I think we're in a situation where we're going to have to pick another major fight. Some of us met with Secretary of Education Mark Murphy Friday before last, and he made it clear that the things that we want done doesn't appear to be the political will to do them.
Give us an example.
Well, primarily, and I'll go all the way back to discussions with the governor in 2010 when I was chair of the Delaware Black Caucus, specifically asked him to consider supporting a weighted funding formula for high poverty schools. In other words, you've resegregated all these schools purposely and intentionally.
Right.
You know they're full of low-income children who are in dire need of additional resources. Any expert in the country will tell you you cannot appropriately educate these children with the same resources as everybody else.
All right.
The governor's response at that time was adamantly no, we're going to rely on Race to the Top. Well, Race to the Top, in my opinion, overall has turned out to be a run to the bottom. And the funding's about ready to run out. So now what are you going to do?
All right.
And if they're locked into, we can't do a weighted funding formula for high poverty schools, as far as I'm concerned, they're suffering from excusitis, but our children are suffering irreparable harm. And if we have to go outside of this system for relief, which is, I think that's where we are. I mean, anytime you got a Secretary of Education who may agree with you on certain points, but makes it clear that in his perspective, there's not a political will to do that, well then you got to do what you got to do to change the political
And
will.
just to explain it to the viewing audience, when you say there's not a political will to do that, what does that mean?
He doesn't think that what we're requesting specifically, the main two things, a weighted funding formula for high poverty schools, a reduction in the number of districts in the city of Wilmington. He doesn't think that there's a political will, meaning that either the General Assembly or the governor or both will not support that.
Okay. So make sure that was clear.
And it's past time that, the court order was lifted for everybody else. But yet we, right now, as we speak, kids in Riverside who don't go to Eastside Charter School are bused out of the city for 13 years. And what's ludicrous about it is you're taking one of the highest, you're taking an area of the city with the highest rate of low income, and you're busing them to the area of the county to the lowest income area. And as a result, you look at Eisenberg, you look at McCullough, where those kids attend, in the part of the council district, my council district outside the city, and the test scores, the kids are failing before they can even get started, when they're not meeting the standard at the elementary level, and then it all falls apart at the middle school level. One of the things I said at the last council meeting is, and I admitted it, I haven't been doing the kind of due diligence with housing that ordinarily a county council person would do. I have been locked steadfast and on my education, advancing my education agenda. But I've come to the conclusion that they're directly related to each other.
Most definitely.
Because as long as you have segregated housing and we're living in segregated communities, the schools are going to be segregated. So the only way you're going to change that long term is you've got to have inclusiveness in all these development plans and all this new housing that we're building. And I haven't been adamant about that, but I'm going to be adamant about it now.
Okay.
Because they're directly related. And finally, at the end of the day, when we're in a position where we're sending more of our kids to jail every year than we are to college, we don't intervene now and go ask for help. What is to stop the young people who are being miseducated? What's actually going to stop them from continuing to shoot up this city like it's the Wild Wild West? The kids that we're miseducating today are going to be the shooters and the criminals tomorrow. I mean, it's not rocket science work.
Right.
It all comes together. In the meantime, I know, and I'm not going to mention the schools tonight, but it appears with all these problems and all these struggles, here again, the Department of Education looks like they're going to yet again come forward and start talking about closing predominantly African American charter schools. Well, I'm making my message crystal clear without naming the schools. When you come with that, come with your lawyers, okay? Because you may prevail, but the ultimate authority and the ultimate decision is going to be over in the courthouse. And when you attack those schools, I'm going to make sure that they're properly armed with legal counsel to yet again defeat you. You came in with that foolishness with reach, and if you come back again with it, you're going to run into the same opposition. Now, they know who I'm talking about. They know who I'm talking about, and I'm not saying we're going to prevail. I'm guaranteeing, it's going to be a contest, a legal contest. So Like the young folks say, bring it.
Oh, you didn't know raw, but you know bring it.
Yeah, well, when you work around kids every day, certain things you hear, certain things you know.
I love it. I love your passion for education. I really do, most definitely. So, yeah.
Yeah, and in the green room, you mentioned that we wanted to talk about a candidate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who's I'll let you talk. I'll let you.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and play games. And let me be clear, I don't have anything against anybody. I don't have anything against anybody that's in office and have been serving our city. But I am for Sherry Walker Dorsey. In my opinion,
Woo, woo.
she's bright,
Most
she's young,
definitely.
gifted, and she's passed the ultimate test. She really cares.
She does.
Yeah.
And as I sit here tonight and I look at you, and I look at her, and I look at Darius, and I look at Justin, I'm looking at the future. I was sitting around that table the other day, and it was 12 or 13 of us in that meeting with the Secretary of Education. Everybody around the table was as old, or just about as old, or older than me. You can't keep playing with 50, 60, 70-year-old people and not prepare for the future.
That's true.
Now, in the instant matter with Sherry, I'm gonna go back in history. You know, the expectation is she's supposed to wait. She's supposed to wait. Wait for what?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back.
That's good.
Margaret Rose Henry was told that she couldn't beat Herman Holloway Jr. as a Republican. She did. Storman, when he ran against Scotty, they said you should wait. Wait for what? Helene Keeley, when she ran against Cass Yonker, it was suggested that she should wait. Let's come on down the line. Stephanie was told to wait for Hazel. Let's come on down the line. Barack Obama was told to wait for Clinton. Well, ask this young lady to wait for what?
Yeah.
That's good.
And I have always been, when he was Cassius Clay, and I was in sixth grade, I was a fan of Cassius Clay. And I won $5 from my sixth grade teacher because I said he's going to win. But what I tell my children to center all the time is Ali was the greatest, but he went down. And the day Kenny Norton beat Ali for the first time, I knew then that any man could be beat at any given thing
That's
on
right.
any given day. And she ain't running against the greatest. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a valid contest.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we definitely
That
have
was good.
to support her
Oh,
in
most
every, every way that we can. Matter of fact, she's
Yeah.
coming on next Sunday, just to get support, get some volunteers for her campaign and for election day. Looking forward to it. She's like,
Well, you know, I'm gonna be completely forthcoming, and she may get angry at for me telling this, but when she ran for council, I wrote her a little check. So she called me, thank you, Councilman Street. I said, thank you. I want something. She
Right.
said, what do you want? I said, I want you to promise me that if you win this council seat, you will not settle and limit yourself to being a council person. Now, I had no idea it was gonna be this soon, but the fact that she's done it and she has the courage to step forward,
Right.
I feel an obligation.
Right.
Having asked her to do that, how could I not support her now?
That's right.
and like you said, she's a person who genuinely cares.
Yeah.
Cares.
She's at everything. I'm supporting everything. So yeah.
And
most
not just
definitely.
because she's running. I
Right.
mean, she's been doing that since she won her council seat.
Right.
She's just a person who was always a part of the community,
Prior
helping people.
Anything that
Right.
happens in her district, she's
there.
either there
Yeah.
or she's providing the leadership to see to it that there's a response from elected officials in dealing with that particular issue or that particular matter. And, you know, she calls me all the time, not asking me to do political favors. What are you going to do to support this? What are you going to do about this? So she keeps all of us challenged and on her toes. So I'm happy for her. And again, so many that have come before her that prevailed in elections were encouraged to wait. And far too often the naysayers have been wrong. And, you know, I'm just optimistic that she's going to get elected, and I think she's going to do an outstanding job. And the fact of the matter is, Senator, we're at a point in time. We're in the new millennium, 2014, and in the history of the Delaware Senate, one African American senator at a time. It's time for change. It's time for progress. And to me, it's inexcusable to have that Senate district with the numerical configuration that it has for an African American, especially an African American of substance, not to be able to serve in that capacity.
That's good.
I agree. I'm
But-
looking forward to her coming on next Sunday just so
Me
she can
too.
share some information and
Yeah.
let us know how we can help her
Right.
get in that seat. Because like you said earlier, we need good people in Dover. A lot of people think that a lot of the power, if that's the right word, is right here in Wilmington, but a lot of the power and where things really take place and the money is really in Dover. So we need her down there. So I'm looking forward to her being a part of the Senate.
Yes. I'm excited already for it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
All
You
right,
two are finally
Councilman Street.
agreeing on something. I had to come
Yeah.
on here with
Yeah,
take
we-
15
yeah.
minutes to get you two to agree on
That's
something
not gonna
tonight.
last. That's
So
not
that's
gonna last.
great. Mission accomplished.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Thank you so much.
thank you so
and I'll
much
be
for having
calling
me.
you, letting you know when you're coming back on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll
All
look
right.
forward to it.
Okay.
And I understand you're getting ready to come all the way live and live in color up in here tonight.
You wanna,
Yes,
you wanna,
yes.
you wanna stick around?
I'm going
You
to.
get-
You want to stick around?
Nah, I don't participate in free
Huh?
falls.
Oh, come on.
You sure you don't want to stay?
I'm positive.
Okay.
right,
All
okay.
right.
You don't know what's going to come out after the vote's taken next week and what role folks might have to play. You know, when you're in a contest like this, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. And, you know, I want to be around to make sure that I can work with everybody, because what I am concerned about more than anything else is as long as the city as a government is divided, it subjects the city to unnecessary scrutiny and condemnation. And this infighting between us has got to be over. It's got to be over.
Right.
It's not in the best interest, immediate or long term of the city. So I'll be glad when it's over.
Right.
All right. So that's why you should stick around.
I
Right.
know. Can I ask one quick question? And it wasn't even on the agenda. I want your opinion about so many family dollars and dollar stores so close together.
Well, having not thought about it, but my immediate response is it's a business. It's supply and demand. And evidently, they're supplying something that folks need, and evidently there's a demand for it. So, you know, you have to look at it. My immediate response is people put businesses in places where they can make money, and any business is based on supply and demand. And to the extent folks have problems with that, it's just like any other business.
I personally have a problem. with
Well,
it.
I'm interested.
Well, I mean, we can't go in it now because we have to do the other things. But I think that there are other things that are supply and demand that we can bring here. And where I'm talking about is on Governor Prince Boulevard. There is a Family Dollar in one of the developments there. Then they're doing another Family Dollar across from Popeyes. And then there's a dollar store on 30th Street. I just think that our community deserves more than just dollar and Family Dollar stores, that's all.
Well, and my response to that is, then what are we doing to encourage other businesses and developers to come in and give them opportunities to do other kinds of things? So to the extent that we might view it as an unfair and undue burden on the community, what are we doing to make the burden more equitable, and what are we doing to encourage more viable, what folks would term acceptable businesses? What are we doing to encourage them to come in and lay a foundation in our community?
Okay, at this time we're going to have our funeral announcements. First we have Mr. Ronald Wilson, age 76. Reported this life July the 18th. His funeral services were on Thursday at the Congo Funeral Home on 24th and Market Street, and his burial was private. Mr. David Fields, age 57, departed this life July the 21st. His funeral services will be tomorrow at 12 noon at the Apostolic Temple True Church, 215 Main Street in Stanton. Viewing will be from 10 to 12, and his burial will be in the Silverbrook Cemetery. Mother Mabel Cephas, age 58, departed this life July the 22nd. Her funeral services will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the Mother UAME Church, 701 East 5th Street. Viewing will be from 4 to 6:45, and her burial will be on Tuesday at 12 noon in the Riverview Cemetery. Miss Linda Wright, age 60, departed this life July the 20th. Her funeral services will be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the Ezine Fair Baptist Church, 1400 B Street in Wilmington. Viewing will be from 5 to 7, and her burial will be in the Delaware Veterans Cemetery. Mr. Charlie Lee Patrick, age 69, departed this life July the 23rd. His funeral services will be on Friday, August the 1st at 11 a.m. at the Congo Funeral Home on 2nd and Gray Avenue. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and his burial will be private. Mr. Samuel Reed, age 79, departed this life July the 21st. His funeral services will be on Friday at 11 a.m. at the Miracle Tabernacle Kojic Church, 428 East 4th Street. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and his burial will be in the Mount Pisgah Cemetery. Miss Mercedes Banks, age 79, departed this life July the 24th. Her funeral services will be on Thursday, July the 31st at the Congo Funeral Home on 24th and Market Streets. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and her burial will be in the Rolling Green Cemetery. Mr. Jaleel L. Bryant, age 13, departed this life July the 24th. His funeral services will be on Thursday, July the 31st at 11 a.m. at the Bethel AME Church, 604 North Walnut Street. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and his burial will be in the Grace Lawn Memorial Park. Funeral services will be announced for Miss Sandra Tackett, age 61, who departed this life July the 26th. And that does conclude all of our funeral announcements. If you have any questions, please call us at 652-8887. Also, you can always go to our website at www.congofuneralhome.com. Just have a few community news announcements. New Galilee Church is having their Family and Friends Day on August the 3rd at 3 p.m. They're sponsored by Reverend Paulette Brown. They're inviting everyone to come out to help them to celebrate. Once again, that's going to be on August the 3rd at 3 p.m. at the New Galilee Church. On Duffy's Hope annual celebrity basketball game is going to take place this Saturday, August the 2nd, at the University of Delaware Bob Carpenter Center. Tickets, reserve tickets are only, they start at $15. VIP tickets start at $45. For more information, please call 652-3532. Once again, that number is 652-3532. Looking forward to playing in Duffy's Hope Celebrity Basketball game. Again, that's going to be this Saturday. The game starts at 6:30. Just a few birthday announcements. I'm going to say happy birthday to Miss Iris Thompson, who turned 91. That's from Carmilla and Paula Dillard. I want to say happy birthday to Miss Josephine Thomas. Happy birthday to Kiana and Kiasha Comager. And also happy belated birthday to Frank Dixon, who celebrated his birthday last week. Okay, that does conclude our community news. Once again, we're going to continue on with the Congo Hour. We're going to have an interview with City Council President Theo Gregory and Wilmington Chief of Fire Anthony Goods. Please stay tuned. We'll be right. We're going to take a few minutes break, and we'll be right back.